Hello and welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep IAS, presenting to you the daily quiz for 11th of December 2022. But before we begin, let me remind you to join our official Telegram channel. All that you need to do is click on the link given in the description box and join our channel. So do join now. Now let us begin and take a look at the first question for today. Consider the following statements with respect to Indian classical music. Number 1. Veena, Mridangam and mandolin are musical instruments that complement the Hindustani music. Number 2. Both Hindustani and Carnatic music use a tanpura to signify the pitch. Number 3. The history of Indian music can be derived from Natya Shastra written by Bharatamuni. Now before we discuss the answer, I want you to pause the video, drop the correct answer in the comment section and then take a look at the explanation. This will help you build confidence and also understand the level of your preparation. So do let me know how many questions you could get right in the comment section below. Now about this question. See, India has two systems of classical music. They are Hindustani and the Carnatic music. Carnatic music is confined to the southern part of India, that is Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Right? The classical music of the rest of the country goes under the name Hindustani classical music. That is mostly the northern parts of India. For our exam, we need to understand the various nuances of these two systems of classical music. See, Natya Shastra of Bharatamuni is an important landmark in the history of Indian music. It is supposed to have been written sometime between 2nd century BC and 2nd century AD. Now here you might think that Natya Shastra is a work mainly dealing with dramaturgy. But few chapters of this work deals with music as well. So statement number 3 is correct. Now coming to statement number 2. See, both these music forms have something called as Shruti. Shruti is the unit of measure or small difference between various consecutive pitches within a scale. Both these systems of music, that is Hindustani as well as Carnatic, use a tanpura to signify this pitch, that is Shruti. Therefore, statement number 2 is correct. Now coming to statement number 1. See, Carnatic music is complemented by Veena, Mridangam and mandolin. In this system of classical music, the instruments as well as the vocal music have equal importance. But in Hindustani music, more importance is given to vocal than instruments. But this system is usually accompanied by instruments such as tabla, sarangi, sitar and also santur. Please note here that Mridangam is the primary accompaniment to Carnatic music. Therefore, statement number 1 becomes incorrect. So the right answer to our question here would be option A, one statement only, because the question is asking us for incorrect statements. To list out a few other differences, Dhrupad, Khayal, Tarana and Thumri are major vocal forms of Hindustani music, while Alapana, Niraval, Ragam, Tana and Pallavi are the vocal forms of Carnatic music. And also note that Purandara Dasa is considered the father of Carnatic music. The reason we've taken up this question for discussion today is because there is a reference to Indian classical music in this article in PIB today. Moving on to question number 2. The Great Indian Hornbill is the state bird of how many of the following states? Number 1 Kerala, number 2 Arunachal Pradesh, number 3 Nagaland, number 4 Sikkim, number 5 Tamil Nadu. What is the context? This article in the Hindu newspaper today has a reference to the hornbills, and that is why this question. See, the Great Indian Hornbill is found in the foothills of Himalayas. It is found in the Western Ghats and also northeastern parts of India. Whereas the red hornbill, the brown hornbill and the rufous-necked hornbill are only found in the northeastern parts of our country. And the Malabar grey hornbill, which the name itself suggests, are found in the Western Ghats. There is another type of hornbill called as the Oriental pied hornbill. Let me know where you can spot these birds. You will know the answer if you've read this article. Now back to hornbills. The hornbills prefer higher trees for their nests and are instrumental in dispersing the seeds of rainforests, right? So when their population declines, it adversely impacts these forests as well. Now, if we have to talk about the Great Indian Hornbill, this bird is considered sacred among the tribal cultures of Nagaland. And to commemorate this, the Hornbill festival is celebrated every year in the month of December. It was first celebrated in Nagaland in the year 2000. But is Hornbill the state bird of Nagaland? No. It is the state bird of Kerala and Arunachal Pradesh only. Therefore, the right answer to our question here would be option C, 2 only. The state bird of Tamil Nadu is emerald dove and that of Sikkim is blood pheasant. Also remember, the Great Indian Hornbill is listed as vulnerable in the IUCN Red List. Now moving on to question number 3. Malampandaram Tribe, recently in news, belong to the state of option A Tamil Nadu, option B Karnataka, option C Kerala, option D Telangana. What is the context? This newspaper article in the Hindu newspaper today talks about the contributions of Malampandaram tribe or the Malaypandaram tribes in keeping the Sabrimala pilgrimage trail litter free. If you've read this article today, you will instantly be able to mark your answers. Now let us discuss more. See, these Malampandaram tribes are nomadic tribes who live inside the Sabrimala forests. They are classified as scheduled tribes in Kerala. Unlike the other tribal communities in Kerala, these tribes still live a nomadic life inside the forests. So their economic life is overwhelmingly forest based. The major traditional occupation of Malampandaram tribes is hunting and gathering. And this initiative, as mentioned in this article today, where these tribes are designated as eco guards to keep the forest roads clean, has helped them earn money while keeping the forest clean. So coming back to our question here, the right answer would be option C, Kerala. Moving on to question number 4. How many of the given statements is or are incorrect? India is among the largest producers of millets in the world and accounts for over 50% of global millet production. Number 2, pearl millet accounts for the largest share of millet crop cultivated in India. Number 3, millets are resilient to climate change and are photo-insensitive. Number 4, conditions like anemia, pellagra can be effectively tackled with millet consumption. What is the context? The United Nations General Assembly at its 75th session in the year 2021 declared the year 2023 as the International Year of Millets. And the Food and Agriculture Organization is the lead agency for celebrating the year in collaboration with other relevant stakeholders. See, this International Year of Millets will provide an opportunity to increase the global production and efficient processing of millets. And hence, it will promote millets as a major component of the food basket globally. And this article in the PIB today talks about International Year of Millet and hence this question. Let us learn more about millets as we discuss this question. When we take a look at statement number 1 here, we know that India is yes among the largest producers of millet in the world, but it does not account for over 50% of global millet production. Its estimated share of global production of millet is only around 41%. So statement number 1 becomes incorrect. Now, the top 5 millet producing states in India are Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh. And the largest share of millet crop cultivated is pearl millet or bajra. So statement number 2 is correct. Now statement number 3 is also correct. See, millets are hardy and resilient crops that have a low carbon and water footprint. They can withstand high temperatures and also grow on poor soils with little or no external inputs. They are also photo-insensitive and climate-resilient crops. So 3 is correct. Now coming to statement number 4. Millets are nutritionally superior to wheat and rice. This is because of higher level of protein with more balanced amino acid profile, minerals such as iron, zinc and phosphorus. So millets can provide nutritional security. Therefore, they can also act as a shield against nutritional deficiency, especially among children and women. And continued inclusion of millets in one's diet can help them tackle conditions like anemia and also pellagra. Therefore, statement number 4 is correct. So the right answer to our question here would be option A, one statement only, because the question is asking us for incorrect statements. Now let us take up a previous year question from Prelims paper 2017. With reference to Manipuri Sankirtana, consider the following statements. Number 1, it is a song and a dance performance. Number 2, cymbals are the only musical instruments used in the performance. Number 3, it is performed to narrate the life and deeds of Lord Krishna. The Manipuri Sankirtana was inscribed in the representative list of UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity in the year 2013. This Manipuri Sankirtana involves ritual singing, drumming, and also dancing. So statement number 1 becomes correct. This Sankirtana is primarily practiced by the Vaishnava community in Manipur and also some parts of Tripura and also Assam. And this is performed to narrate the lives and deeds of Lord Krishna. So statement number 3 becomes correct. Now coming to statement number 2. Cymbals are not the only musical instruments that are used in Sankirtana. Drums are also used in the performance. Therefore, statement number 2 becomes incorrect. Therefore, the right answer would be option B, 1 and 3 only. Now let us take up the fact of the day for today, which is Ni-kshay Mitra. See, this article in the PIB today talks about TB elimination, and hence we've taken up this topic of Ni-kshay Mitra. Before we discuss Ni-kshay Mitra, we have to understand that undernutrition and tuberculosis form a vicious cycle. Because of poor nutritional status, an individual could easily get infected by the disease or have a dormant disease manifest clinically. And tuberculosis leads to depletion of nutrient reserves and aggravation of undernutrition. So, this becomes a cycle. Therefore, good nutrition is important for prevention, cure, and also to avoid TB relapse. So, with a sharper focus on nutritional improvement among the tuberculosis patients, the Union Health Ministry launched the Ni-kshay Poshan Yojana in the year 2018 as a part of the National TB Elimination Program, which provides direct cash benefit transfer of Rs 500 per month to TB patients on treatment. So, what is Ni-kshay Mitra? See, under this program, Ni-kshay Mitras can adopt and care for TB patients. So, Ni-kshay Mitras are volunteers who would be individuals, NGOs, cooperative societies, or even corporates who commit to help the TB patients through nutritional support, nutritional supplements, and also vocational support. So, this public health initiative has been launched with the understanding that humanitarian support from people could save the life of a TB patient. In this context, we have to understand that India has 30% of world's TB cases, which is the highest in the world. And several initiatives are being taken at the global level and also within India to eliminate TB. For example, ending TB epidemic by 2030 is a target under the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal targets. And India has initiatives such as the Universal Immunization Program, the Ni-kshay Poshan Yojana, and initiatives like Ni-kshay Mitra as well. And also, India has announced its National Strategic Plan to end TB by the year 2025. That is all for today. Thank you for being with us. Keep watching and keep learning.